Hey guys, Seeney here, and welcome to another episode on the Australian Wealth Channel. And today, we need to talk about why the stock market just exploded. Okay, so if you've been following the stock market, you might have seen that the prices of some companies have absolutely boomed today. It has been actually insane. It's been crazy to watch some of the changes in positions in the stock market. So I wanted to go through why that actually happened. So what we can see is that stocks like Carnival moved up 40%, Win moved up 28%, Royal Caribbean 29%. There's so many of these vaccine stocks that have just absolutely exploded. So I wanted to talk about why. So the stock market boomed because you liked and subscribed to the channel. It helps to get these videos out to more people. So that is the reason that it boomed. So if you could do that, you might see it boom even more. Now, the big reason, the big news as to why these stocks just exploded big time today is because Pfizer announced that their late-stage coronavirus vaccine trial actually has 90% efficacy. So what that means is that it is incredibly effective, which is great news, not only just for the stock market, but also just for humanity in general. It looks like if everything is good with this vaccine, that we'll be able to go ahead and continue as a society as we were normally, and this pandemic is going to be over, which is great news. So what we saw is some companies move up massively and some companies moved down massively. Another one of my positions, Crowdstrike, is actually down minus 10% today, which is a very big move down. But that was obviously balanced out by Carnival and Win stock, which I've talked about previously on this channel. So why such big moves? We saw this massive rotation out of tech, and especially the working from home stocks. Tech is obviously a big component of that, but it was especially the working from home stocks for obvious reasons. Because if society starts to open up and people will be able to travel a bit more, and they'll be able to go and go to places like casinos, jump back on cruise ships, then it's easy to see how their stock price would be rising. While there still will be some changes that remain, like I think that a lot of these companies, there's gonna continue to be a lot more working from home. I think that the landscape of business in general is going to remain somewhat similar to how it was in the past. So I think there'll probably be less business travel, but I think recreational travel and holidays are going to come back massively. I think there's gonna be a lot of excitement around this particular area. There's a lot of optimism at the moment with the new election and the House being divided, which is great. It means things won't change too much in terms of the government, which is really good for stocks. And then to add this vaccine news on top of that is fantastic. So one of the other major factors that made stocks like Carnival and Win, all of these travel and leisure stocks, one of the things that made them move up massively is the fact that bankruptcy risk is basically in the back now. You know, that was a very real possibility for a lot of time because we did not know how long this pandemic was going to go for. Like, we didn't know whether it was going to go for like a few months, a few years, 5 years, 10 years, we didn't know. But with this great news coming out from Pfizer, what we can see is that, you know, we're getting a bit closer to the end date of this pandemic, provided that this vaccine is completely safe and there's not too many side effects. So bankruptcy risk is a major factor for those companies, but not so much anymore. And that, of course, scares a lot of investors away because the most important rules when it comes to investing is do not lose money. So if you're looking to invest in a company that has a pretty severe bankruptcy risk for a lot of reward, then you might end up getting yourself in trouble, which scares a lot of investors away. However, having said that, this bankruptcy risk is massively reduced now, which is very exciting. So my portfolio was up massively today because I was banking on a lot of the value stocks coming back big, which is what has happened today, and I think they're going to continue to rise. My biggest positions are Carnival and also Win Resorts and Dropbox. So Dropbox didn't do so well. This was kind of a rotation out of tech, Getting a 40% move in Carnival and a 28% move in Wynn Resorts was fantastic, and we saw a lot of green today, which is fantastic. So what am I doing now? So obviously, you know, there's been some massive moves which make these stocks a little bit less attractive. So what I'm going to be continuing to do is add to my Crowdstrike position, because I believe this company is going to continue to grow regardless of whether we have a vaccine or not, because we as a society continue to move into more of a digital age, and I think the protection against like hackers and attacks is going to be increasingly more important regardless of whether we're working from home or whether we're able to go out and do whatever we want around the world. And that valuation is once again looking a little bit more attractive after that 10% drop. I will not be adding to Carnival, and I will not be adding to my Wynn positions. I said that I'd be adding to Wynn once it to about 90, I think I said in the previous video. So now it's at around $100 a share. So I'm happy just to let that one ride. Looks like I got in at a great time there, so that was a bit of luck on my part. So I think some tech stocks are starting to look attractive after the drop. You know, companies such as Etsy, Qualcomm, companies like that are going to continue to grow in the future, but have kind of been drawn into this sell-off. So at the moment, there's a great deal of optimism in the market, which I think is good, because it does look like the economy over in the States and also here in Australia is getting back on track. Another one of my positions that I have, Qantas is up 11% today. So it was a lot of green all around, which is fantastic. And I think it might drop a little bit tomorrow, but we might continue to see some more money flow into the recovery stocks as this news spreads a little bit more and people feel a little bit more confident in putting money down in companies that are not as likely to go bankrupt now that we have this great news. So I'd be really keen to hear about your positions and see how you guys did with your stocks. Make sure you leave a comment with some of the stocks that you're holding. I'd be really keen to hear what you have in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Really helps to get these videos out to more people. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you later.